Good morning everyone, welcome to the children's talk. Today's talk is on the lady Rahab. An introduction to the story. In the story we will hear God gave the Israelites a big important job to do. They were about to enter the promised land, but first they had to drive out other nations currently living there. They were about to face some fierce enemies, and at that time it may have seemed impossible that they will succeed. But God was with them, and he would keep his promise to his people. As long as the Israelites trusted God, they would not fail. Moses had led the Israelites through the wilderness for 40 years, waiting to enter the promised land. You might remember that God told Moses he wouldn't be able to enter the land because he sinned against God by not trusting him. Even though Moses would never set foot in the promised land, God took him up to the top of the mountain to show him the land so Moses could see that God's promise was about to come true. Moses died there, and soon after, God chose Joshua to take his place as a leader of the Israelites. God told Joshua that the time had finally come for the Israelites to enter the promised land. The wait was over. It was an exciting time for Israel, but maybe a little scary too. You see, there were other people living in the land already. God had told the Israelites that it was their job to drive the people out. God encouraged Joshua by saying, "Be strong and courageous, do not be terrified, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Joshua appointed 2 spies to go into the land to see the city of Jericho. When the men arrived in Jericho, they came to the house of a woman named Rahab. The king of Jericho was told that 2 spies had entered the city, that they were staying at Rahab's house. The king sent messengers to Rahab, telling her to bring out the spies. Rahab took the spies to her roof and told them to hide under some stalks. Just then, the king's messengers knocked on the door. She must have been nervous as she opened the door to let them in. "Where are those Israelite spies?" they demanded. Rahab replied, "The men were here, but they have left the city. If you hurry, you'll be able to catch up with them." Rahab begged the spies to spare her and her family, since she had shown them kindness by hiding them. The spies promised that her family would be kept safe as long as they stayed inside her home with Israel came to attack the city. Then they told her to tie a scarlet rope in her window that would be the sign to Israel to spare Rahab and her family. The spies returned to Joshua and told him how the people of Jericho were melting in fear of the Israelites, saying, "The Lord has surely given the whole land into our hands." Hope you enjoyed the story all. Have a good day. Bye.